Ok, lead numéro 2. Combinator. Name it. Lead Dukes. Yay, pigeon French. Then, let's make a line mixer 6:2. As per usual, we're going to have Thor initialized and open it up with Show Programmer. 2 multi-oscillators. 1 down 2 octaves. We're going to high pass it so the really low octave saw gives a pleasantly pitchless and gritty sound to back up the higher pitched saw. And in go the notes. Ta-da! Back into Thor, we're going to run both through, so hit the 2 button to send the second one through. Let's have a listen so we can hear it so far. Sweet. Envelope to half, frequency down to half, and resonance just over a half, because it's pretty greedy. Turn on the shaper, turn it to bypulse mode, with drive up about half. We're doing things by halves, since I heard it was a good idea. The bypulse one gives this kind of speedy wobble to the sound. Not wobble in the dubstep way, in the way. As you can hear. So, full sustain, so it doesn't lose any volume over time. Okay, now run it into a notch state variable filter in filter 2 slot down here. So, change the arrow to the left, and in here it goes. So, state variable on notch mode, and 0 env, yeah, leave it about that frequency and resonance. And we're going to modulate this in a bit, so it causes extra tonal changing goodness. So bring the decay down here in the filter envelope, after running it through. So it has a bit of an attack to it. And then lastly, we're going to have 1 state variable here in filter 3, on high pass mode, with 0 envelope, 260 Hz ish, and 30 res. Chuck on the delay with the tempo sync while you're at it. And since we're tempo syncing things, let's turn on LFO2's tempo sync with a 4:1 rate, and then route it to filter 1 res and filter 2 frequency. So let's do it here. LFO2, destination filter 1 resonance, and filter 2 frequency by about 30 amount in the MBR down here, modulation bus routing. Why not LFO1, you ask? I feel LFO1 gets a little too much limelight in these tutorials. LFO2 is just as good, but way more humble. I've seen LFO1 in too many trashy celeb magazines lately. So, let's take a listen to that. Bring down that dry wet. Nice. Next, we're going to make an EQ, boosting around 270 Hz. Essentially where we're cutting with a high pass filter, so that the low end that is left is more prominent. So without it, and with it. Just brings up that gritty low end. Then we're just going to chuck a compressor on it, with 3/4 input gain because it's quite quiet, and it gives it a bit more attack. 3/8 threshold, so minus 23 decibels-ish, and 0 release, so it's nice and consistent after the attack. Nice. And those notes. It's just looped twice over, alternating between the C, E flat, and C sharp, for a dark yet emotional riff. The E flat is the third in the key. Remember, those thirds are a surefire way to make emotional melodies. Combined with alternating from that long initial note to the short sharp ones, this gives an interesting disjointed feel to the riff, especially since the E flat and C sharp are on the 1/16th offbeats, making it really disjointed. So if we play it with the beat, you'll be able to hear it. in context. Let's mute the other lead. And there we have it. An acid lead synth more suave than a British secret agent that is immune to the effects of aging, and a less acidic lead synth that would probably be a wise addition to your Psytrance diet, since there's already so much acidic content in there. I assume it contains riboflavin or something. So, join me tomorrow for day 4, where I'll be delving into some pads to fill out our tune. Ciao!